I'm just going to reconnect here. Lucia is not online again yet. I'm sure she'll join me shortly. But I'm going to refresh and see if you guys can hear me now. It's almost like the usual tech issues. Okay. I think the audio is working now. So, yay! Thanks, James. Okay, Beverly, you guys are great. Troopers to stick with this. Holy smokes. I really need a drink of Malbec now. Anyway, so I'll just keep talking till I see Lucia come back on. Great. Mark, good to have you back. And Paul, excellent. Oh, there's Lucia. Okay, Lucia, can you hear me now? Okay, awesome. So I am going to bring you in. They can hear us. So let me just add you to this shot. Okay, so you're getting a behind the scenes tour, folks, of what I usually do to set up shots. Okay, so there she is. And let me just add her to this shot. And there she is. So we'll just go back down here. There we go. All right. So, Lucia, let's talk quickly before this collapses on us. I'm just kidding. Everybody's back. Okay, Lori, you're back too. Okay, so we were just talking about great pairings for Malbec, and I know you had mentioned asado. What kind of asado or what kind of meats do you love best for asado with Malbec, Lucia?
Well, the traditional meat is cow meat.
Okay.
So beef.
Beef, yes. And how do you prepare the beef? Like, what do you put on it?
Just salt.
Okay, rock salt, right?
Into carbon or fire.
Okay. We are getting a lot of feedback on your side here. I'm not sure if you can get closer to your mic, but Mark, does Argentina have a VQA equivalent? Do you have like appellations the way France does or anything like that in Argentina?
We have regions, but it's not like they have in France.
Okay, so not regulated.
You can put it on the label, and of course, you need to be in that region, but it's not regulated the way you make the wine.
Right. Okay, so it
just,
doesn't...
it just refers to the origin of the grapes.
Okay. Yeah.
Not for example, like in Italy or in France, that it's the grape is the place where the grape came from. It's just the region here. We refer to a region.
Okay. So, but it doesn't regulate.
For example, Paraje Altamira or Luján de Cuyo. There are many regions, but they are just region, no kind of wine that you make there.
Okay. All right. So let's taste the wines that we have here, Lucia. So the first one is your sort of, I don't know if you call this your regular Malbec or how you term it, but it's a fantastic valley. Okay, it's fantastic. So how would you describe this? Do you have it there?
Yes, I have.
Okay, maybe. We'd love to hear how you describe this wine. So what aromas do you get?
Well, the characteristic of this Malbec, there is a very fresh and fruity Malbec. It has a lot of red fruit. That's a very characteristic of our Alamos Malbec. And after that, you can also get a little of floral.
Okay.
That floral character.
Floral, okay.
You just get a little of floral.
Yeah.
And then behind that, you get a little notice of vanilla and a little of chocolate from the oak content.
That's from the oak aging. How long is this one aged in oak?
The regular Malbec is normally between 6 and 8 months.
Okay, great. And how does it compare to the Selección? How long is this one aged in oak?
Well, the Selección is between 12 and 18 months.
12 and 18 months.
In contact with oak. But also the distinction about the regular Malbec and the Selección Malbec is that we take the best parcels of vineyards of all the Malbec we pick. We choose the best vineyards and make that selection of grapes and then make the wine. It's a selection of vineyards.
It's beautiful. And it's only $16.95. I can't believe it. It's just an amazing
Yeah.
value for us. I mean, it's just, I'm sure it is in the States as well. Very value priced. So what's something that perhaps people misunderstand when it comes to Malbec, Lucia? Do you think there's something they sort of get wrong about Malbec, or a perception that needs to be corrected?
Well, normally the good thing that we like to people think about Malbec is that it's a red wine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very concentrated wine, but it's not strong. It's not harsh. What is good, what I like about Malbec, is that it's a very deep wine, but also soft in the mouth. It has a lot of sweet tannins, so it's a wine that you can keep drinking and drinking, and you won't get a bad astringency or something like that in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You know, I find it fits perfectly stylistically between Cabernet and Merlot. So it's got more juiciness, more plumminess than Cabernet, and it's more structured than Merlot. Like, I find it's just such a beautiful in-between wine there for those who are looking for something that sort of bridges that gap.
Yes, I'm agree with you.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
very nice about Malbec.
Yeah.
In fact, the Malbec, you can drink a very young Malbec and it will still taste soft. I mean, a couple of months after finishing the fermentation, you can have a very gentle wine with the Malbec.
So the tannins are always sort of smooth?
Yes,
Is that,
yes,
yeah.
in Malbec, yes. I think that's one of the characteristics that we have in Argentina with the Malbec. That's why in Argentina developed that very good this variety, because
Okay.
the tannins get to mature and give us that softness and sweetness that you get when you taste the wine in the mouth.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Um, and so when it comes to food pairings, we talked about asado, but is there anything unusual you've ever had with Malbec that was you thought would be weird or was weird, or maybe it worked out, maybe it didn't?
Yeah, no, for example, I like lots of meat, different kinds of meat, and for example, with rabbit makes a very good combination.
With rabbit, did you say?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Why does that
That's
work?
not very traditional meat dinner you can have, and it
Right.
goes very good
And why does it work? Why does the rabbit work with the Malbec?
because that meat is also soft, so
Okay.
you can with the sweetness and the softness of the Malbec
Yeah.
pairing with the white meat of the rabbit.
Right. Okay. Great.
And mostly if you done it with some garlic or olive oil,
Yeah.
that is perfect.
That sounds good. Now you're making me hungry. That's what we do every Sunday night here is we make people hungry. Um, okay. All right. I'm just checking in to make sure everything's still working over here on Facebook. Okay. Excellent. So maybe we could get into some one of the things I wanted to say is April 17th was chosen as the day for Malbec Day because if I understand correctly, it was back when the president of Argentina, back in 1863, I think it is, and he wanted a French wine expert to bring over some vine cuttings to Argentina to plant different grapes and so on. And that's when Malbec made it to Argentina. Have I got that right?
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct. It was in 1953,
Yeah.
and the president in that date was Sarmiento. That president works a lot increasing all the agriculture in the country
Yeah.
and also the education. Uh,
Okay.
well, and he get that idea to improve the viticulture in the country, so he worked with this viticulture, a French viticulture named Pouget,
Right.
and he bring different kind of vines, and one of them was the Malbec. He made a lot of work with the Malbec, and they realized that the development of the Malbec here in Argentina was extremely great. I mean, they get really nice wines with that grape.
Now, I know Argentina also makes great Cabernet, but why do you think Malbec works better in Argentina than even Cabernet? What is it about Argentina and
Well,
Malbec?
I don't know if it's better than Cabernet. I think that the Malbec here is better in other regions of the world, and the Cabernet, maybe there are other regions that make very good Cabernet, as we all know. Um, but the good thing about Malbec, I think it goes with the soils we have here and the light intensity and the dry climate we have.
Absolutely,
But
it really does.
also here we get a very good Cabernets also.
Nice what? Sorry?
Very good Cabernet also we make here.
Okay, okay, awesome. Well, Lucia, like this has been a fantastic conversation. Thank you for sticking with me through all these little tech issues. Where can people find you and your wines online? What is your website?
It's alamoswines.com.
Yeah.
That's the
.com.
website.
Okay. And your wines are easy to find in just about any liquor store. So
Yeah.
it's fantastic. Great tasting, especially as we do a lead up to Malbec World Day. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, but thank you again. I hope to chat with you again in the future, Lucia.
Well, thank you, Natalie.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, folks, I'm going to stay online now. Apologies for all the technical issues. That's just how it goes sometimes. But I'm going to just refresh and see if anybody's stuck with it here. Let's see. Okay, so all the sound is good. Okay, not sure. Anyway, I think we are probably going to wrap this up a little early tonight because of just the tech issues. I'm going to look into some of these during this week, but a few things. If you do want my free PDF on with 5 tips on how to become the wine expert among your friends, there's the URL. It's the website /expert. And I would love to know what you thought was the most interesting point that you learned tonight. And of course, I'm going to announce the winner of last week's contest in just a moment. And I did want to let you know that next week's guest will be Thomas Balchador. He was formerly of Le Clos Jourdain and now has 3 vineyards, Burgundy, Ontario, and Oregon, focusing on Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. A real go-getter and a brilliant man. Used to be a journalist for the Montreal Gazette. At 7 p.m. tonight, I will be jumping into the private Facebook group for a broader tasting of Malbec wines to get you warmed up again for Malbec World Day. So join me there if you're a member of our course at facebook.com/groups/getwinesmart. All right, back to the winner of this week's contest. And let me get the special effects thing here. Woo! Okay, the winner of last week's contest, which is a 30-minute free wine consultation by phone or Skype with last week's guest, Leslie Brown, who's the president of the BC CAP, Canadian Association of Professional Sommeliers, is Judith Arcand, who is also in BC. So congratulations, Judith. And I will connect you with Leslie for that free consultation. So folks, again, if you share this week's video, that will be included for some bottles of Alamos wine. But I'm going to wrap this up. And I will see you again next week. Greg Hughes, okay, you're looking forward to Thomas Balchdor. All right, lots of weather issues all around. Absolutely, Paul. Thanks, Lori, for being here. All right, folks. So I will see you, some of you, in less than half an hour for a broader tasting of Malbec. Okay, see you next week. Otherwise, take care. Bye-bye.